Hello dear children, today your lesson is speaking about future using going to. What are we going to learn today? Teacher is here to help you to learn speaking about future using going to in English language. In this session, we are going to talk about affirmative sentences, negative sentences and questions with going to, which is in lesson number 10 in your Grammar Master textbook. We use going to when we want to talk about future actions and future plans. For example, on Sunday, I am going to make some cupcakes. Next month, we are going to travel to London. My dear children, this is the structure of the affirmative sentences. Here, I have given you a table. In the first column, I have included the subject. In the second column, I have included the auxiliary verb. In the third column, I have included going to. In the last column, I have included the verb. My dear children, when we create a sentence, first there should be a subject. What do you mean by a subject? Subject means the person who does the action. Then we are adding an auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb can be am, is or are according to the subject. If the subject is I, auxiliary verb should be am. If the subject is a singular noun, then the auxiliary verb should be is. If the subject is a plural noun, then the auxiliary verb should be are. Then we are adding going to. Finally, we add the verb. Verb should be in base form. Let me give you an example. I am going to sleep. Like that, you can create sentences according to the above structure. This is the same table I have given you in the previous slide. According to the above structure, let's try few examples. Let me remind you the structure again. First, there should be a subject. Then we add an auxiliary verb. That it can be am, is or are according to the subject. Then we are adding going to. Finally, we add a verb which is in base form. Okay, here I have given you some examples. Let's see. I am going to sleep at 10 p.m. Second one, she is going to visit her uncle in Japan. Third one, they are going to eat pizza at next Saturday. Fourth one, we are going to learn Spanish in the evening session. Fifth one, I am going to sing a song at the meeting. Like that, we can create sentences or the affirmative sentences using the above structure. Dear children, before we move to exercises, I would like to remind you the lesson again. We generally use going to talk about future. The pattern of affirmative sentences with going to is first there should be a subject, then am, is, are. According to the subject, we have to choose the correct auxiliary verb. Then we are adding going to. Finally, we add verb in base form. Again, I have given you examples. First one, I am going to buy a new dress. Second one, my sister is going to study hard. Third one, the children are going to play football. My dear children, it is now time to practice. Fill in the blanks to make affirmative sentences with going to by using the clues given in the brackets. First one, Anne blank a present for her friend. Second one, I blank my homework after school. Third one, he blank to the bank. Fourth one, we blank a new computer game. Fifth one, the children blank the house. Sixth one, my father blank a newspaper. So my dear children, fill in the blanks to make affirmative sentences with going to. Okay children, shall we check the answers? First one, Anne is going to buy a present for her friend. Second one, I am going to do my homework after school. Third one, he is going to go to the bank. Fourth one, we are going to play a new computer game. Fifth one, the children are going to clean the house. Sixth one, my father is going to read a newspaper. I know you did it well. Very good. Now let's see how we can make negative sentences with going to. Children, when we are creating negative sentences with going to form, we can make them by simply adding not before going to. Same as the affirmative sentences, I have given you a table with a structure. Here we are doing a slight change to the structure. As I mentioned earlier, first we are going to write the subject. Then we are writing the auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb can be am, is or are according to the subject. And for the third column, we are adding not before going to. Then it's going to be not going to. Finally, we add the verb. Let me give you some examples. I am not going to paint. He is not going to play. Like that, we add not before going to make a negative sentence. Okay children, shall we try some sentences according to the above structure? Okay, let me remind you the structure again. First, you should mention the subject. Then you are adding the auxiliary verb according to the subject. Then we are adding not going to. And finally, the verb. Verb should be in base form. Here are some examples. I am not going to eat meat this week. He is not going to paint the picture at the competition. She is not going to play with her friends. Nadun is not going to sing at the concert. We are not going to climb the mountain. You are not going to speak anymore. They are not going to do the same mistake. So like that, you can make negative sentences simply by adding not before going to. Okay children, now it's time to practice. complete the following negative sentences. Here I have given you an example. I am not going to work today because I am sick. I have given you the verb within brackets. First one, I blank a car tomorrow. Second one, they blank the competition this time. Third one, Alex blank to work today because he is sick. Fourth one, it is raining, so I blank my clothes. Fifth one, she blank the cake this afternoon. Sixth one, the hunter blank today as it is a poor day. Seventh one, I blank this frock for the party. Eighth one, Vinu blank at the concert. Ninth one, we blank this game because it is boring. Tenth one, you blank this movie. It is not suitable for children. So you have to complete the following negative sentences using the verbs. Shall we check the answers? First one, I am not going to buy a car tomorrow. Second one, they are not going to win the competition this time. Third one, Alex is not going to go to work today because he is sick. Fourth one, it is raining, so I am not going to wash my clothes. Fifth one, she is not going to bake the cake this afternoon. Sixth one, the hunter is not going to hunt today as it is a poor day. Seventh one, I am not going to dress this frock for the party. Eighth one, Vinu is not going to dance at the concert. Ninth one, we are not going to play this game because it is boring. 10th one, we are not going to watch this movie. It is not suitable for children. Children, now let's see how we can make questions with going to. My dear children, when we make questions with going to form, we have to follow the pattern shown below. Same as the affirmative sentences and the negative sentences, I have given you a table for your ease. Here, first I have mentioned the auxiliary verb. In the second column, I have given you the subject. In the third column, going to. Finally, the verb with a question mark. My dear children, when we make questions, first we have to write the auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb can be am, is, or are according to the subject. As I told you earlier, you know how to choose the correct auxiliary verb according to the subject. Then we are adding going to. Finally, we add the verb with a question mark. My dear children, keep in your mind when you are writing questions, it is very important to write the question mark at the end of the sentence. This is the structure of question form using going to. First, we are writing the auxiliary verb am, is, or are. Then the subject. Then we are adding going to. Finally, we add verb. Okay, let's try some examples. Am I going to read this book now? Is she going to dance at the party? Are they going to play the match in the evening? Are we really going to do this task? Is Naveen going to write a letter tonight? Like that, we can create question form sentences using the above structure. Okay children, now it is time to practice. Okay my dear children, shall we fill this table? I have given you a table with 3 columns. First column is to write the affirmative sentence. Second column is to write the negative sentence. Third column is to write the question form. Okay, shall we try out the first one? I am going to cook. Okay, can you tell me what is the negative sentence of that affirmative sentence? Yes. I am not going to cook. Okay, tell me what is the question form of that affirmative sentence? Yes. Am I going to cook? With question mark. So like that, can you fill this table? My dear children, look at the bottom of each column. There I have given you the structure of each sentence pattern. My dear children, shall we check the answers? First sentence, I am going to cook. What is the negative sentence? I am not going to cook. What is the question form? Am I going to cook? Second one, we are going to play the match. Negative sentence, we are not going to play the match. Question form, are we going to play the match? Third sentence, your mother is going to clean the kitchen today. Negative sentence, your mother is not going to clean the kitchen today. Question form, is your mother going to clean the kitchen today? Fourth one, she is going to study for the exam. Negative sentence, she is not going to study for the exam. Question form, is she going to study for the exam? Fifth one, they are going to visit their relatives. What is the negative sentence? They are not going to visit their relatives. What is the question form? Are they going to visit their relatives? Last one, I am going to read this book now. Negative sentence, I am not going to read this book now. What is the question form? Am I going to read this book now? My dear children, now it's time to see how much you have learned from this lesson. So complete the relevant exercises on page number 46 and 47 in your Grammar Master textbook. Hope you have enjoyed the lesson. Have an awesome day. Bye.